Hello, Cami here. We're going to do some very gentle breathing exercises that can help us if we've had an experience of coughing a lot recently. Maybe we have asthma. People with high ACE scores, that's adverse childhood experiences, and also with trauma experiences, often have a history, and maybe even a current diagnosis of something like asthma. Often have a history of breathing problems. And sometimes these breathing problems get embedded in our habitual movement, including our breathing. So we can support that over time. In the last video, if you have time, go back and do that one first. It's freeing the trunk. But I'm also really glad you're here. Either you did that one or you just don't have time, you want to get to the breathing exercises. We're going to come into a breathing exercise right now. So maybe you've already freed your trunk and it's okay if you haven't. So come to some sort of position where you feel comfortable and good and you can concentrate on your breath. You could be lying down in bed, you could be sitting up, you could be at work, driving. Although there'll be a time when we're using both of our hands, so if you're driving, please just use one hand and don't close your eyes. So first, just do a soma scan. A soma scan is your first-person experience of being inside your body. It's like a body scan, but your body is from the outside in. Your soma is from the inside out. You're building a skill called interoception when you do this. If it's available, have your lips lightly closed. Let there be space in the back of your mouth. Breathe in and out through your nose. Draw both shoulders up towards your ears. And release. Release. As you're ready, bring one hand to kind of your upper chest area and then one hand to the bottom of your ribs. This is where your respiratory diaphragm is. Our practice today is diaphragmatic breathing. So even as I said that, you might have been like, oh, breathing with my diaphragm. Yes. Your diaphragm is your primary breathing muscle, not these muscles up here, here. And so sometimes you'll hear people call like belly breathing. It's not really belly breathing. Our abdomen often will change shape a little bit because our respiratory diaphragm comes down on an inhale. Our respiratory diaphragm comes down, creates a vacuum that lets our lungs expand as they receive the air. Our lungs don't have muscle tissue. It's this diaphragm that is a very strong muscle. So you can just be working with your own curiosity here, noticing, do you feel mostly this upper hand is moving? Or maybe you really have, let's say you've done a lot of yoga and you've been taught to do this belly breathing. I don't really teach it because to get the big belly breath, we have to be taking enormous breaths, and I teach a different way of breathing usually, just very subtle, very quiet. But you are likely to feel some movement in your abdomen because your diaphragm does come down. But maybe you are mostly like, breathing way up high like this. So it's okay wherever you are, whatever you're noticing. Awareness is a great first step. You may not be able to change this right this second, but you can practice it and you can reclaim your natural breathing pattern, which is diaphragmatic breathing. So with patience, direct your breath towards your diaphragm. Be gentle with yourself. If you've been chest breathing a lot, this can be kind of challenging. Draw your awareness to this lower hand. See if you can have the upper hand be quiet. Let your breaths get quieter, smaller, slower, and more subtle. You can switch hands at any time. You might start to be growing awareness of breathing into your side ribs, your side lungs, maybe even your back lungs, your back ribs. We'll do a couple more breath cycles here. You can carry this on for as long as you like. This is also a terrific way to, quote, meditate. Let's say you want to have a meditation practice, but you just don't really know what to do. You could do this. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Please like this video if you learned something, and be patient with yourself. It's very normal to not get this like the first time or the second time, but just keep at it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.